Hey folks, it's Tor here, Appalachian Grit. This is my take two. I tried before to address this, but I started smoking myself out. I had my fan going in and it was facing the wrong direction. So it pulled all the smoke from my chimney down into so the wood fire was smoking into the cabin. Anyways, hopefully you could see me. It's probably a little bit darker than it was, but what do I do when shit breaks out here? Because you can't get police out here, let alone a mechanic or something. Hold on. We'll keep an ear on it. I told you, if I went to bed already, dogs would get me up. I still got my gun on my hip. I'm ready to go. I got my headlamp and whatever else I need right here on me. Anyways, what do I do when shit breaks? The reality is you've got to be skilled enough to live a life like this. You don't need to know everything, but you need to be smart enough to learn quickly and to be able to think for yourself and come up with creative solutions that are outside the box. I mean, that's kind of like the Appalachian Grit way, right? Always has been, always will be. You make do. Hold on, I wrote this. I have this written down as one of my mottos. Make it do, make it yourself, or do without. So make whatever you've got work, make it yourself or do without it. And that's just the reality it is. I mean, I don't know if you can hear that, but my dogs are going nuts. But I know their type of bark. They're barking at something farther off. Then I hear my other dog further out, the big male. That is not a dog I'd want to meet at night, anytime. Absolutely not. Anyways, you got to be able to do stuff yourself. I had experience. I've worked on weapon systems in the military, mechanical stuff. I'm not going to talk about it. But yes, I'm versed as a mechanic on my truck. So diesel, gas, motors, any type of engine. You know what I mean? I can work my way around. I'm no expert, but I've had enough experience because a lot of shit is broken in my day, and I was either too broke or too remote to have somebody come fix it, or too aware that these people are gypping you just like lawyers and doctors and tax collectors. Okay? Politicians. No, thank you. I'd rather just do it myself, and it just gets done that way. I take all of the automated systems out of the picture immediately, and I put in redundant manual systems. I'm really good with electrical wiring and just electrical stuff. Solar panels, solar power, components. I can do circuitry, but I don't like dealing with motherboards or circuit boards or anything like that. When I was at school, when I was in university, I did have to go through electrical engineering courses. And I enjoyed them. I know, seems nerdy. But I enjoy it. If I could go back in time, that's what I would be. I wouldn't go to college. I would drop out of high school and go to a tech school to become an electrician or something. Or a welder. I'm also a very good metal fabricator. And a builder. Timber framer too now. Just a jack of all trades. And when I say, the next part of that saying is master of none, that's really not the truth, folks. Because my lifestyle and just the nature of, how I am, I master things and I become very good at them. And if you want to live this type of life, that's the way you've got to be. You've got to be resourceful and you've got to be capable. If you're not, you're going to die out here. All right? Many have tried before you and have failed, and I see it time and time again. People go out and try and homestead and not even do it in any place remotely as remote as where I'm at. I mean, there's nothing here, nobody to help. I don't have anybody. I've got no family. I've got one friend, and he's older and his health is kind of up or down. That's about it. I've got nobody. Just God. Just his son. But that's the lot, and that's just the way it is. So we've got to be rugged enough to deal with what comes, and we need to be capable enough to be able to mitigate those damages that we may take or fix the problems to get our way out of it. Like, I engineer a lot of new technologies, not like Tesla tech or whatever the hell, but like solutions to problems, like physical, mechanical devices that I need to accomplish a task. I enjoy creating new things, like inventing things, but I'm never thinking about selling these things because these things already exist. Like, I built this like a boom crane for my truck, but I needed it to be able to lift a full IBC tote full of water, which is like 2,000 pounds or 2,500 pounds. I don't know, do the math. Do 265 gallons times 8 pounds per gallon. I believe that's what water weighs. So whatever it is, it's a lot. It's like 2,000 pounds. And that's quite a bit. And you also need to be able to stack multiples of them. Anyways, without that, I was never going to be able to move from, well, I'm not going to say where to where. But anyways, from where I was to where I am now. And a whole host of other things like that. I had to create a system to move shipping containers full and empty with just mechanical devices. No rollback trailers, none of that. Nope, just my janky little tandem axle car hauler, which is way too short. But I had to figure it out, and I built I don't know what you'd call it. Just like a bridle, I don't know what you'd call it. It's just a bunch of, it's like a ramp strut framework that allows it to slide on and off, and I lubed it up. I made it out of wood, strapped it down, bolted it in, welded it together. Cut the wood, timbers, like heavy duty, and then lubed it, and then used plastic, like a poly from like an IBC tote, as a lubrication slide, so it would decrease the resistance. Like the you don't want the heavy metal from the shipping container digging into the wood. So I needed to slide so it could roll on and roll off quickly. And then I had to design a mechanism for my trailer to tilt, which these things exist, but doing it with nothing but scrap metal is pretty damn impressive. Or doing it with timber without having the money to go buy shit. So yeah, I built cradles to move shipping containers or IBC totes with my crane, my boom lift. And without all of those things, no freaking way would we been able to move from there to here. Without it, it would have cost a fortune that we didn't have, because at that time we were still up in courts with a whole bunch of shenanigans. This is why I railed against the courts, because they're just inherently corrupt. And as a straight white man, I'm like enemy number one, and no matter what court I go in, like, they want to send me to prison. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to talk about it, but I try not to get into the race thing here, but yes, straight white men are the enemy, the prime enemy number one, public enemy number one for the Western world. Unfortunately, the governments at least. And now society just views us as toxic castaways, like disposable pains in the ass. Well, that's just the opposite of the truth, and it's because there's an agenda at play. Anywho, I don't know why I'm going down that rabbit hole, but you got to be able to fix shit yourself. That's just the reality. My first few days here, years ago now, Somebody shot my freaking radiator and I didn't realize it till I was miles in the middle of nowhere. Shot my radiator with a 22. Luckily, I had some epoxy on hand, and I had to know how the capillary systems work in radiators. And this is the cheap plastic. Luckily, it hit the metal, and not because this is a brand new radiator, folks. I replaced the old copper brass one for my old truck. That was a pain in the ass. I had to take all the fins, the little heat sink fins that run there, the little things that you go like this. You shouldn't do that, because it's airflow that's required for cooling. But I had to cut all those out, get to the actual where the 22 went through. The slug was lodged in there because it was right by my cooling fan too. Didn't quite hit the engine block, busted some plastic or other metal, and then you just fix it and repair it. And then I still drive around with that, because I bought that radiator, replaced it, it's working perfectly fine, and then somebody shoots it, and then now they want like quadruple the price for it around here, and how the hell am I even supposed to get there? So then they want another quadruple so you're talking, I'm spending almost $800 to $1,000 to get one of those things delivered near me, and I don't even have an address. That's just one little thing. But yeah, if you want to do this type of thing, you got to be a capable person. And I do not suggest doing it alone. You don't want to be in my position, folks. You don't. This was never my intention. This is just the way it turned out. I'm not happy about it either, but I'm happy. I'm still happy to be living the lifestyle. And no, it's not pleasant, and it's not fun. Well, I don't want to say that. I don't know what fun is, first of all. But pleasant, it has its moments. It's just rugged. It's real, man. It's like anything in life. Nothing can be good all the time. But anyways, that's it. I'm going to go check what my dogs are doing, and then maybe I have another video, or we'll call it a day. We'll see you.